Been a lot of talk about the apparently official Zelda timeline being announced, and a lot of people are having problems with it, or talking about how it has too many plot holes, but it really doesn't have any. I'm going to explain, or try to explain, everything I've put together that proves Nintendo's timeline makes perfect sense, and that it actually wouldn't work any other way. First, everyone's mentioning that a timeline where Link dies just shouldn't happen because they'd have to make one for every game. But actually, the reason they wouldn't for another game is it all go the same way. Once Ganon finally beats Link, the same thing would happen basically. It'd all be the same. There's no reason to make another timeline for every other time Ganon wins. But also, Ocarina is the game, it's the most important game, not just the game, that started the two timelines and explains a lot. And if Ganon won there, the whole series, since it's so early in the timeline, would have changed. It's just important that Link wins that time more than ever. And since he loses, I'm guessing he probably loses to Ganon's beast form after he transforms, because that seems like a very good place Link could have lost. But also, in A Link to the Past, Ganon is already in his Ganon form. Ganondorf's in his Ganon form. He's already a beast. I mean, it could be because he got the trident, because it's been explained that in Four Swords Adventures, when he obtained the trident, he turned to that form. But I don't think that's the case. And if it is, it still works this way. But so the sages, since Link wasn't able to defeat him, had to put him and the Triforce into the Sacred World, turning into the Dark Realm. And this is spoilers, but in Skyward Sword, it's quite obvious the Silent Realm was also the Sacred Realm. So now it's evil-like because of Ganondorf. That makes the Dark Realm. But he dies there, and so on. That timeline goes on. And then the timeline where Link from the future goes back in time. There's no Link anymore. The Hyrule gets flooded, so there's no trident there because it's all underwater. Ganon couldn't get the trident. So now this is what totally proves Four Swords Adventures makes sense where it is. It's the only timeline where Ganon didn't get the trident, or the trident's underwater and he can't get it. So Four Swords Adventures, since he obtains the trident and is a reincarnation of a Ganon, it has to come after Twilight Princess, because not only was that Ganon's first time dying in Twilight Princess in that timeline, but he was in the Twilight Realm the whole time and was never able to get the trident. So the trident's just there. It still exists in that timeline. It's the only place Four Swords Adventures makes sense to be. And that's why Four Swords Adventures is after Twilight Princess. And there's a bit of other plot holes people have been talking about, and I have answers for those too, and I'll explain them later. So subscribe and leave comments about other plot holes, and I will definitely respond to those. Bye.